In the high-stakes world of boxing, where legends clash and titans fall, this battle has captured the imagination of millions for obvious reasons. Iron Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul, arguably the greatest heavyweight of all time versus the YouTube greatest boxer of our time. But beneath the surface of this electrifying spectacle lies a web of uncertainty and colossal hurdles that might just stop this titan clash before the first bell even rings. Welcome to In 5 Minutes, where today, we dive deep into the explosive exposition on why the much-anticipated face-off between the heavyweight icon, Mike Tyson, and the YouTube sensation-turned-boxer, Jake Paul, is teetering on the brink of cancellation. Ladies and gentlemen, fans of the sweet science, you are about to get a rapid-fire breakdown of the complexities, concerns, and regulatory mountains that stand between us and what could be the fight of the century. So, buckle up because we're starting the countdown now. Let's dive deeper into the stormy waters of age and health. Iron Mike, a true behemoth of the boxing world, stepping back into the square circle at the age of 58? Yes, you heard it right. And with this bold move, medical experts around the globe have raised alarm bells, pointing to the colossal risks looming over Tyson's comeback, especially fears around serious brain damage. Remember, every punch, every block, carries weight far beyond just physical impact. Age isn't just a number, not in the brutal ballet of boxing. With Tyson's last competitive bout in the rearview mirror, dating back to 2005, the concern isn't just about being match fit. It's about the very real, irreversible impacts that such a late return could have on his health. Long-term brain health, reaction times, bone density, muscle recovery, the list goes on. Now, the big question on everyone's mind. Can Tyson navigate the rigorous medical examinations laid out before him? We're talking about a series of tests designed not just to tick boxes, but to ensure that an athlete is in peak condition to compete without risking life-altering injuries. These aren't your average high school physicals. They're comprehensive evaluations that scrutinize every aspect of a fighter's health. And as the clock continues its inexorable march forward, the sands of time aren't doing any favors for Iron Mike. The physical prime of an athlete is a fleeting moment in the grand scheme of a lifetime. Tyson's daring defiance of Father Time just goes to show that it is not about his legendary willpower, but also a high-stakes gamble with his legacy and health. This is a battle against time itself, against the very limits of human endurance and the immutable laws of nature. And if there's one thing we've learned from watching Tyson over the years, it's to never count him out. Gauntlet of medical scrutiny that every fighter, especially those of a certain age, must navigate to enter the ring under the Texas Department of Licensing and Regulations. It's a regimen designed not just to test physical fitness, but to ensure the utmost safety of the athletes. First on the list tests is the electroencephalogram, better known as the EEG. This test dives deep into the brain's electrical activity, scanning for any irregularities that could signal underlying issues. For a sport where the brain is on the front line, the EEG is crucial in preventing catastrophic outcome. Next up, we have the electrocardiogram, or EKG. This isn't your run-of-the-mill physical exam. The EKG is a comprehensive look at the heart's condition, tracing every beat and rhythm to uncover any signs of heart disease or conditions that could be exacerbated by the extreme stress of a fight. But the TDLR doesn't stop there. They reserve the right to call for additional tests, tailoring their approach to each individual fighter. We're talking about advanced imaging tests, such as MRI scans, to look for any hidden injuries or signs of chronic traumatic encephalopathy, a condition feared by many in contact sports. And let's not forget about the comprehensive physical exams. These are no mere formalities. They are thorough investigations into a fighter's overall health, from their reflexes and balance to their vision and hearing. It's a holistic approach to ensure that stepping into the ring doesn't turn into a life-threatening decision. So, as we look ahead to the potential showdown between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul, it's clear that the battle begins long before either fighter steps into the ring. It begins with the battle for approval, a rigorous test of health and heart that demands the best from those who dare to compete. A boxing match isn't just about the clash of fists and wills in the ring. It requires logistics, negotiations, and meticulous planning behind the scenes, all of which must align perfectly. And when it comes to Tyson versus Paul, the complexity of this dance is magnified. First, there's the challenge of securing the venue. We're talking about AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, a coliseum that hosts the giants of the NFL, concerts, and other mega events. Locking down a date here isn't as simple as marking a calendar.
Welcome to AT&T
It's a high-stakes negotiation, balancing the schedules of the venue, fighters, and broadcasting partners. Then comes the fight card, the lineup that turns a fight into an event. It's not just about Tyson and Paul. It's about building a roster of bouts that can captivate the audience for hours. Promotion, too, is an uphill battle. In an era where attention is the hardest currency to come by, hyping a fight demands creativity, a deep understanding of social media dynamics, and a narrative that can ignite the public's imagination. For Tyson versus Paul, the stakes are high, and the promotional engine needs to fire on all cylinders to ensure the event captures the global spotlight. And amidst all this, the ticking clock. Time is the one opponent that waits for no one. Each day without a confirmed fight card, without the logistical gears locked in place, is a day closer to potential postponement or cancellation. In the race to July 20th, every second counts. Lastly, let's not forget history. The boxing world is no stranger to cancellations. Injuries, legal issues, even positive tests for banned substances have knocked out fights before. Tyson himself knows this dance all too well. So, with all these hurdles, will this blockbuster battle make it to the ring, or will it remain a what-if of boxing lore? Or consider the case of Riddick Bowe and Lennox Lewis in the early 90s. After a buildup of epic proportions, negotiations crumbled over financial disputes, and the fight that could have defined an era never materialized. Even Tyson himself has felt the sting of cancellations. His bout with Evander Holyfield, originally scheduled for 1990, was postponed due to Tyson sustaining a rib injury. The twists and turns of fate would delay their eventual clash until 1996, reshaping the landscape of heavyweight boxing in the process. Will Tyson versus Paul join the pantheon of great bouts, or will it become another what if? Only time will tell. But one thing's for certain. In the fight game, it's not over until the first bell rings. And that's the bell. You've just been taken through the explosive saga of Tyson versus Paul in 5 minutes. If you enjoyed this rapid breakdown and crave more thrilling exposés, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. I'm your host, bringing you the biggest stories from the world of combat sports, all in 5 minutes or less. Until next time, keep your guard up and stay in the fight.